Dylan and his friends were always chasing legends, and the Appalachian mountains were full of them. This time, they'd set their sights on Dead Man's Hollow, a remote valley said to be cursed. The hike was grueling, but they didn't care. The thrill of exploring the unknown kept them moving. By the time they reached the hollow, the sun was dipping low, casting long shadows across the trees. They set up camp quickly, laughing and joking to keep the creeping unease at bay. It started just after dark. A voice called out from the woods, faint but distinct. "Help, please." The laughter died instantly. "Did you hear that?" Dylan asked, his voice low. "Probably just someone messing with us," one of his friends said, though he didn't sound convinced. The voice came again, closer this time. "Help me." Dylan grabbed his flashlight and stood, his pulse racing. "Hello? Who's there?" He aimed the light into the trees, but it revealed nothing. The group huddled closer to the fire, unease settling over them. Then from the opposite side of the camp, the voice came again. This time, it sounded like Dylan's voice. "Guys, over here." The blood drained from Dylan's face. "That's not me," he whispered. One of his friends, Jake, stood and shouted, "Who's messing with us?" His voice cracked with fear. The woods exploded with noise, branches snapping, leaves rustling, as if something large was moving just out of sight. The group grabbed their knives and flashlights, standing back to back. Then everything went silent. A low, guttural growl echoed through the hollow, followed by a laugh that didn't sound human. It was deep, distorted, and echoed unnaturally. They didn't wait to find out what it was. Grabbing what gear they could, they bolted down the trail, the sound of heavy footsteps following them for what felt like miles. When they finally reached the safety of their car, Dylan turned back toward the trailhead. Standing there, just within the shadows of the trees, was a figure. It was tall, its limbs bent at unnatural angles, and its face, if it had one, was shrouded in darkness. The voice came again, soft and mocking, but this time, it sounded like Jake. "Guys, over here." They never returned to Dead Man's Hollow.